This look into the opioid crisis brings us to injuries sustained in the military. A device that we profiled last year for civilians is showing great promise for vets as well.
A spinal cord stimulator changes the sensation of pain before it gets to your brain. Investigative reporter Chris Horn now with a veteran who says it has changed his life. Chris.
Anita, this alternative to opioids has given Clark Brown more mobility and more hope. His doctor says about a quarter of his practice involves active and retired military. A member of the Special Forces, Clark is now free from the oppression of constant pain. Clark Brown, retired member of the elite Night Stalkers unit of the Army Rangers. As an active member of Special Forces, he did things virtually no one else could.
Somalia, if you're familiar with the movie Black Hawk Down, that was all 160th Army Rangers. You're probably familiar with DevGru being flown in and getting bin Laden. And those were Night Stalkers that flew them in.
But afterward, as a retired member of Special Forces, he was unable to do things virtually all of us could.
I couldn't bend over to tie my shoes. Putting a pair of socks on was a major challenge.
They say freedom comes at a cost, and Clark Brown's body paid the price. From his training accident in Korea.
Basically, we had an explosive device, and it shattered my left foot and ankle.
Through his 20 years of helicopter missions, hard landings, and crashes.
I've broken my back, my neck, and some other extremities, arm, leg, and so forth.
He now had a new enemy and was trying to confront it with conventional weapons.
It was a debilitating pain. At the height, I was up to 195 milligrams of morphine a day.
And on top of that,
I would take anywhere from 4 to 6 tramadol and about 4 Percocet throughout the day.
Instead of Blackhawks and Chinooks, VA doctors told Brown he'd be riding in one of these, and for the rest of his life. Time to aim in another direction.
Not every patient can have it, but fortunately he was a good candidate.
Dr. Victor Sang says a spinal cord stimulator can help people with service-related injuries manage pain without opioids.
We have a lot of patients, especially from the VA, that are on high-dose opiate or narcotic management.
Doctors attach wires to key nerves on the spinal cord. The rechargeable power source gets implanted in your lower back.
So this is underneath the skin, and this is external.
The stimulator scrambles the pain signals before they get to the brain, so the pain doesn't feel like pain. And now, Brown takes opioids only rarely.
It's been a game changer. I mean, my life now, my ability to interact with others has increased. Even interactions with family have increased tenfold.
Clark Brown and his wife have sold their Chesapeake home. They've bought this RV and are now touring the country. So instead of Kuwait, Sierra Leone, and Seoul, it's New England, Florida, and Arkansas for Brown and his wife, Shelley. He says before the stimulator, his pain level was often a 10. And now?
On a daily basis, I would rate my pain in about a 2, maybe a 3.
To be able to see these types of results with the, the new spinal cord stimulation system has been really profound.
You're not as irritable. You're not feeling hopeless. It's giving you a new lease on life. And I'm not saying this stimulator's ideal for everyone, but it worked for me.
Now, Brown was being treated at the Hampton VA, but he had to go to a private provider to get the implant. First, you get a trial device that's worn outside the body. If that leads to noticeable pain reduction, then the patient can get the permanent implant. Chris Horn, 10 on your side.